The room appears settled, offering no immediate reason to expect that anything should be different.
Attention checks the space briefly, then rests without finding a reason to adjust. Details present themselves clearly, without implying that they have recently shifted. The scene offers stability without inviting comparison to an earlier state. Light progresses in a way that feels routine and unremarkable.
Nothing within the space suggests that an update has occurred.
Reflection and object align without discrepancy. Visual relationships remain consistent enough to avoid drawing focus.
Objects appear fully accounted for by perception.
The scene communicates continuity rather than transition.
Attention briefly inspects alignment, then moves on.
No indicator suggests that this configuration is new.
The present appears fully settled into itself.
Nothing calls attention to what may have happened before.
Awareness scans the space without generating expectation.
The scene affirms familiarity more than novelty. The room no longer prompts reevaluation. Equilibrium feels sustained rather than achieved. The visual field offers no resistance to understanding. Memory of the scene begins to match the present. Attention moves through the frame without finding disturbance.
The composition feels resolved. Each element participates in a familiar order.
Nothing demands reconsideration.
The environment communicates sufficiency. The room no longer suggests a transition.
Perception encounters no uncertainty.
The frame offers coherence without narrative.
The space settles into quiet repetition. Anticipation withdraws.
Observation becomes recursive.
The room exists without requiring transformation.
Attention rests without effort.
The scene offers presence without development.
The present achieves self-sufficiency.
Nothing remains unfinished.
The environment holds its shape without adjustment. Stillness pervades without interruption.
Perception settles into acceptance. The scene feels complete without resolution. Observation continues without encountering resistance.
The room no longer produces contrast with expectation.
Nothing emerges to disturb the pattern.
The environment aligns with memory.
The present absorbs attention without demanding focus. No change is required. The scene withdraws from narrative.
Perception encounters familiarity as complete.
The space no longer opens toward change.
Attention arrives and finds completion.
The environment exists without requiring interpretation.
Observation repeats without producing difference.
The scene holds its form indefinitely. Nothing prompts reevaluation. The present no longer implies a future. Awareness moves through without engagement.
The room offers no suggestion of elsewhere.
The space has settled into itself completely.
Nothing resists comprehension.
The scene offers closure without conclusion. Perception recognizes the room as complete. The environment resists interpretation. Observation becomes passive.
The room appears unchangeable.
Nothing suggests forward motion.
The present holds without evolution. Attention rests without expectation. The scene exists beyond change.
Perception finds nothing unresolved.
The room withdraws from temporality.
The space offers no invitation to reframe.
Nothing disrupts the established order. Observation continues without encountering novelty. The environment sustains presence without development.
The room feels complete without suggesting an end. Awareness no longer seeks confirmation.
The scene exists as pure repetition.
Nothing invites reconsideration.
The present no longer requires attention.
Perception encounters the same arrangement.
The space withdraws from narrative trajectory.
Nothing suggests that something has been added or removed.
The scene sustains itself without reference to time.
Observation finds nothing new to register.
The room appears uninterrupted by duration. Attention moves through without encountering resistance. The present feels neither anticipated nor arrived. The room no longer implies progression. Nothing within the frame suggests alteration.
The scene feels sufficient without asserting finality.
Stability persists without indicating duration.
The present loses distinction from other moments.
Temporal markers lose relevance when repetition feels exact. Recognition replaces curiosity.
Nothing appears unresolved.
The environment offers completion without explanation.
Nothing suggests a next moment.
The scene feels complete in a way that implies recurrence. Observation no longer produces discovery.
The room appears ready to be experienced again.